Namaste. My name is Chinmayi. I'm the founder of BodyMAGIC, and today I'm going to bring you some yoga magic, a little practice that maybe you won't get time to do in a yoga class, the average yoga class, but it's something that will take 10 to 15 minutes of your day, will totally rejuvenate your body and your mind, is excellent for tired legs. It's a little bit of an inversion, so the legs are going to be upside down. And is also really good for the nervous system because it gives your centre of your back a really deep massage, probably the deepest massage that you'll have ever had in yoga. It also therefore helps to balance the nervous system and really helps to give you an uplift to the rest of your day. It's a great practice to start learning the shoulder stand, providing you don't have any neck issues, but I'll give you all of that information as we go through. And it's a practice that you can build up over time, so don't rush through the whole practice, just go to the level that you feel is comfortable for you today. You've got this recording, you can come back and do it again and again and again. And it will really help your body, mind and soul. Okay, so the first thing really is to make sure that we get into the correct position. We want to have the buttocks so that they're right up against the wall here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift up to the wall, sideways onto the wall and right on the edge of my mat, because what I'm going to do in a moment is roll back onto the mat. So I don't want to be in the middle of the mat now, otherwise I'll roll onto the ground. So I'm coming forward like this, and my left buttock is going to be up the wall like this. I'm taking my left hand behind my back, so I'm facing the wall and bringing the hands down. And then I'm simply just going to roll onto my back very slowly, taking my legs up the wall. And as you can see, I've landed very close to the wall. The buttocks are right up to the wall here. My hands are down by the sides. You can shuffle around a little bit if you want. You really want to feel as much of the legs on the wall as you can. Now you might be I'm doing this up against a pillar, but you might be doing it up against a wall. So your hands might not be able to go out straight like this. You can just take them out to the sides a little bit like that. This is really good for helping to support and balance you as well. So as you can see, my legs are really relaxed in this position. Now you may want to do this for 10 or 15 minutes. I remember a few years ago I walked up Mount Sinai, and when I came down my knees and my legs were really aching. I really couldn't walk very well at all. But just 10 to 15 minutes in this position really helped to drain all the toxins down into the lymph nodes, into my hips, and I felt totally rejuvenated. So if you work on your feet all day, this alone is an excellent practice for you to do. And you can just close your eyes and just relax here. And if you have any tension in your shoulders, you can maybe take the arms above your head. And this will press into the shoulders a little bit, just massaging the shoulders, even clasping the elbows like this. Or we'll just take the arms out to the side. Just see what feels good and relaxing for you in this position. And obviously, as with any yoga pose, focus on your breath. Don't think about the day that you've just had or you're about to have. Just become totally present. And there's nothing like the breath for bringing us into the present moment. So that would be the first part of this practice. To move on to the second part, you can bring your feet onto the wall like this. Now, if you have your feet too high, most of the weight will be in the heels. If you have the feet too low, the weight will be into the toes like this. You want to have it somewhere in between, and the feet about hip distance apart. Now the most important safety aspect of all of this Viparita Karani is to have the head absolutely steady. Get into the habit of not looking around, not checking things, just being totally mindful of looking straight up above you. because when we go further into this pose, we're going to be putting the weight onto the upper shoulders and the neck. So it's a good habit to get into. And again, just a gentle press into the feet here, you'll feel the back pressing into the ground. Again, it's very grounding for you, especially if you've been running around all day and haven't really had a chance to rest. So it's very grounding into the lower back, really connects the whole of the spine into the ground. And again, take some deep breaths here. Just that gentle press on the wall pushes you deeper into the ground, keeping the head still. So if you want to go a little deeper with this movement, keeping the feet on the wall, we're going to inhale and very slightly lift up the hips from the ground. And exhale, lower down. Again, keeping that head absolutely still, keeping the chin tucked into the chest. And again, inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, lowering down. And you can start to lift a little bit higher with each one, with each breath. Always inhale as you lift. Feel the steadiness as you lift up. And exhale down. Inhaling. And because this is a more relaxing yoga practice, you don't have to use Ujjayi breath to do this. Just breathe long and soft. Just your natural elongated breaths. You can lift up a little bit higher if you wish. If this becomes uncomfortable for your neck, then please don't take it any further. Just come back to any of the practices we've done so far, any parts of the practice we've done so far. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. So now we're starting to move into a preparatory practice for the shoulder stand. If you want to have a little rest, just take the legs back up the wall, close your eyes and breathe. You may feel again just like lifting the legs up and allowing the tiredness to fall down from your toes, tips of your toes all the way down to your hips. So the third stage of this practice, if you're lifting up to this position where your hips are level with your knees, or your knees are above your hips, then you can walk your feet up the wall a little bit more, making right angles with the knees. And again, just hold this position, just see how your neck feels. Really communicate with your body and listen. We're used to telling our bodies what to do. But now and again, it's good to listen to what they have to say too. So this will take that deep massage deep into your shoulders. And you may like to just move up and down from this top position and feel that deep massage. Keeping the head absolutely still. It becomes more important than ever now. But if your neck is okay and your shoulders are okay, and you're feeling ready for this, and you haven't got any neck injuries, you can bring your hands onto your hips. So my hip bone goes over the top here. I'm cupping that with my thumb and my first finger. So I'm supporting my back, walking my elbows in a little bit, but keeping the head still. See how I can move around here, but my head doesn't move. And if this feels good for you, again, just checking in at every stage. You can take one leg off the wall. Again, this takes more weight into the neck, so just observe how you're feeling. Try the other leg. Be mindful all of the time. This will give you a little stretch down the back of the hamstrings. And if that feels good for you, you may want to start pushing the wall away a little bit and coming into a half shoulder stand. This really is the safest way to build up to a shoulder stand. There's no pulling or tugging on the neck. So a half shoulder stand is with the legs at a slant, and this is perfect for beginning. As soon as you feel tired or you feel any pressure on the neck whatsoever, you bring one foot down. So you don't lower your whole body down, you just take your foot down, feel for the wall, and then the other one as well. This ensures that you still have some weight back here, so you're not tugging on the neck again. Okay, so to come out of this, we take the hands away from the lower back, we inhale, lift up a little bit, and exhale, start to roll down. When you've finished exhaling, inhale again, exhale. Walking the feet back to the lower position. And you can relax once more by taking the legs back up the wall. Another little practice you can do in the relaxed position is to take the legs wide. Now, obviously helps if you've got a full wall for this. I've only got a pillar to rest the heels on. I can't do that. But it really helps to open the hips. Now, the hips is where all of our emotions are. So opening the hips like this can be really nice for helps of balancing that second chakra, which is where all those emotions might be needing releasing. So this is a good way to release the emotions. But be aware as well that just this massaging the lower back is helping to release tension in the hips as well. However you choose to do it. But in this position, you're getting that really deep massage up and down the spine. The erector spinae muscles that run all down the spine. They get a really good, deep tissue massage. And it's free. And you're in control of how deep you want it to go. So if it becomes too deep, you just relax. So you've been semi-upside down for a few minutes now. So we don't want to rush and sit up quickly. So when you're ready to come out of the pose, your eyes might be closed, and keep them closed for as long as you want to. We just roll onto the right side for a moment, lifting the right arm up and just resting there for a moment, bringing the left arm over. This allows the blood pressure to come back up to normal. Just taking some breaths. And even better is to bring the head up last. So to do this, we stretch out the left leg, look down and push the hands down, dragging the head up last. Nice and slow. Just come into a seated position for a moment. And just notice how you feel now. Take some breaths. Being aware of the breath. Bring your palms together into the prayer pose with the thumbs against your chest. Inhale. Namaste.